Hello and welcome to the Nerdic Gods podcast, episode 291. I am your host, Daniel. As you can see or are listening, I am by myself today. No Connor and no Sims. But the show must go on. And there is some pretty exciting news. We finally got to see James Bond, which I've been very excited when that game got announced. IO is, I think, a super underrated developer, especially with the Hitman games. They don't get the recognition that I think that they deserve, and I hope that James Bond kind of puts them more on the radar, puts them more on the map. It being a big IP, it looks very good. The state of play was, as of recording this, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I think it was about 30 minutes or so, a little bit more than 30 minutes. They showed, I think, the whole first mission and a little bit more of a different mission, kind of showed you different things you could do and different ways to tackle stuff from a different mission. It finally got a release date too, which is great. It's coming out March 27th of 2026. Another big game coming out in the first half of the year, which is going to be crazy. Next year's nuts. I don't know how these people are going to play all these games, but man, they showed that first mission, which was really cool. They started off a little slow with a car, just driving a car. It looks like there's going to be a lot more cinematic stuff in this game, and then it kind of you get to the house that you're trying to track down 009, and then it kind of you can kind of see where it's very Hitman-esque. James is kind of analyzing the house and using his gadgets to try to get in and get the target, and then they quick jump to a big car chase with 009, and you chasing them down in a very cinematic, Uncharted way. The game ran well most of the time. I think when you kind of get to the car racing, it didn't look quite as great, but I think it looked fun enough. It's not the part of the game I think that appealed to me the most as a Hitman fan. But the performances were good. The game looks great in motion. I'm excited to see all the different ways you could tackle these missions. I'm curious, like, how much you can actually like replay everything. Can you just keep selecting the same mission and kind of tackling it in different ways like you can in Hitman, or is it just very linear, and then you have to kind of replay the game to try all the different ways to tackle each mission? But it looks great. Very excited. I don't know if Connor's gonna want to check this one out. He didn't really check out the Hitman games, but I'm very curious what he has to say about that one. But it looks great. I'm very excited for it. Next up, the Perfect Dark reboot that was recently canceled was reportedly almost saved. The initiative was shut down, as we sadly all know, and a portion of Crystal Dynamics has just recently been shut down too. They were trying to get funding for the game, and Take-Two was going to publish it, but it seemed like Take-Two didn't come to a good deal with them, and I guess probably cost too much at this point, and they decided not to go with the deal. And I think that kind of makes sense, sadly. That game has been in kind of a development hell. I don't know if Take-Two would want to kind of pick up the pieces of a broken game maybe and invest a lot more money into it just to make a small return when they already have a lot of money makers. They already have some new IP in the works too, with Judas. Yeah, sad to see the Perfect Dark. It looked great. That one gameplay footage that we saw, but apparently that wasn't even real, so who knows. It sucks to see more people losing their jobs, though, of course. Next up, the game director for Fair Games at I forget the name of the studio for this. What is the name of the studio? That's crazy. That Haven Studios. I can't even. That tells you how excited I am for this game. The creative director for Fair Games, the Haven Studios game, has left, and he joined WB Montreal, which really sucks for that game, and that whole studio too, because they had already lost Jade Raymond just a few months ago. That game is definitely going to be canceled at some point in the future. And that's sad, because as soon as that game's canceled, that also means that Haven will probably be shut down. And that looks really bad on PlayStation and their whole live service initiative. If another live service game can't even hit the market. Concord hit the market barely, and then they shut it down. Marathon's not hitting the market after the beta, at least for right now. They just delayed it, but it's not looking good for that game either. All three of these games have been, I think they were revealed right around the same time, if not in the same showcase, with their big push. And I don't know what they're expecting with Fair Games at this point. They've showed nothing of it. They've showed one teaser trailer and no gameplay. And I just don't think people are very excited for these live service games right now. So it will probably be canceled by the end of the year, I would say. And the last news story of the week, Paramount has acquired the rights to make a Call of Duty movie, which seems a little odd. I don't really know about this one. I guess they got the people that made Top Gun Maverick helping with this movie, which I guess makes sense. That movie was very cinematic, and maybe they could do a lot with like how they filmed a lot of those like jet fighter scenes and stuff. Do that in a Call of Duty movie. I don't really know how I feel about this whole thing. I don't think it sounds great, but Call of Duty's like one of gaming's biggest IPs, so you might as well try at a Call of Duty movie. I mean, I'm like the biggest Call of Duty fan here at Nerdic Gods, but just not really that excited for it. There are some characters they could do. They can kind of do a Modern Warfare game or a movie, have like Captain Price and Soap and all that. Or I guess they could go and do Black Ops and have it be like a Vietnam thing. Or they just do something new and original, which I would say that's probably how they should go about it. That just doesn't seem very exciting to me. Maybe I'm in the minority. Maybe these Call of Duty fans are just so excited that they're going to go and get Paramount Plus and watch this movie. And I will go on to what I've been playing. Haven't been playing too much this week. I have checked out Shinobi Art of Vengeance. I think I've played maybe a couple hours or so, and the game looks great. I don't really like the gameplay that much. It's okay. I know I just played Ninja Gaiden, and it's kind of hard not to compare the two, and I think Ninja Gaiden just feels better to play. Shinobi is very flashy, and that goes with its visual style. Very colorful. I'm not having fun with how they made the game kind of a Metroidvania mission based, and there's a lot of secrets in these missions and stuff, and that's just not what I was expecting. I wanted more linear action, kind of like Streets of Rage 4. I was expecting just combat and maybe like some platforming obstacles, kind of like Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, and that's just not the game, and I'm not clicking with all of the Metroid-y stuff in it. But I really want to like this game. I don't regret buying it. Maybe I'd check it out again at some other point, but it's just not really clicking for me at the moment. And that's sad because I was very excited for this game. And with that, that'll do it for the Nerdic Gods podcast. It'll be a much shorter episode this week, but next week, hopefully, Connor will be back, or Sims, one of the two, and we'll have a normal episode. And with that, goodbye, everybody.